Oh, I'm hyped. We listened to one by Metallica. I scared you from under your fucking blanket fort in your kitchen.
Yeah, we do have a blanket fort out there.
I walked in and I was like, I really walked in. It was dead quiet, and I really thought you were hiding. I was like, he's trying to get me. But then the dog wasn't anywhere, and I was like, oh, he's probably at the dog park or whatever that little thing is. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Welcome back, friends.
Cheers.
Oh, welcome back to this week's episode of your favorite show, UltraWisdom. Before we take off, we just want to put out there that we've asked for comments, emails, questions, likes, and shares, and really haven't got much feedback on that. So we got a phone number, and we want you to call us and give us advice or ask for advice, questions, tell us a story, do it anonymously, leave your name, whatever you want. But we'd love to hear from you. Just call us. It goes straight to voicemail. We'll listen to them at the end of the week, and we'll give you our feedback or whatever you tell us on the next week's episode.
We'll go through. We'll maybe feature you on an episode.
Yeah, so if you want to call us and ask us a question, ask for advice, tell us a story, give us a topic, leave your name, don't leave your name, however you want to go about it, we really appreciate that and really would look forward to having that kind of an interaction. That phone number is 804-215-7366. It's going to show up right here on the screen. 804-215-7366. That's the UltraWisdom hotline. Give us a shout. Give us a call.
Drop it.
Give us something. That way we have a little bit more interaction with you guys. We'd like that. We'll hit that number again at the end of the episode, but, you could always rewind on YouTube and listen to it again if you missed it. But yeah, dude, I walked in and I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was quiet.
I thought it was a prank.
It's too quiet. Oh, yeah. I thought like you were about to fall out of the ceiling or something. I was like, oh, he's trying to scare me.
The balloon with the whipped cream in it. Shoot it with the Nerf gun. It falls on you or whatever. Some shit like that.
Do you remember when I got you with the door cracked open with the bucket on it that you could visibly see? And you were like, bucket.
Yeah.
This guy. And you opened the door and jumped to the left and you were like, gotcha. I knew it was there. And I was like, got you. Look where you're standing on. And it was thumbtacks on the ground.
Yeah.
Cool guy. Good friend.
Not cool.
Good friend.
When you were like, hey, man, don't worry about it. Made you a bed over there. Made your bed for you. You ain't got to worry about it. You can, you can go in when it's late at night in the dark.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it.
Hey, I know we've been playing Xbox all night long. It's 5:30 in the morning. When you want to crash, hit that little spot over there I made you.
Thumbtacks. In the bed.
In the bed. What was in your shoe?
Ham.
Who got in trouble for it?
Me.
Hell yeah. That's the ultimate prank. When you pull one off and the victim gets...
Yeah, because I found the ham in my shoe, so I put it back in his shoe, and then your mom was like, hey, don't waste my fucking ham.
Hey, I don't mind if you live here and don't pay rent or for any food or anything you do, don't take my deli meat. Don't.
Dude, he did that.
Take my deli
meat. It wasn't even me.
I was like, this guy's a fucking bum, Mom. Look at him.
Look at him. Don't let him over here anymore.
You think I took your deli meat out of your fridge? You kidding me?
I respect you more than that.
I would never do that, Mother. I know how much you love that turkey Oscar Mayer.
I know how much you, every week,
cold
save
cuts.
up.
People from the north love cold cuts.
Thinly shaved, dude. As thin as you can make it.
My mom loved Jersey Mike's. Loved it. No one does it like Jersey Mike's.
So it was like a thing like out in Jersey? Like it was a style of sandwich?
I think it was like the Jimmy John's of the North.
Jersey Mike.
But before Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John.
Jersey Mike's is good. I haven't had it in forever, but it was just like one of those things, like for her, it was like a taste of back home. I also think too, people from Jersey, whenever something is like Jersey related, they just automatically identify with it and think it's better than everything else.
Interesting.
Like you could be like, yo, this is a piece of blueberry pie from North Carolina, and this is a piece of blueberry pie from New Jersey. Both are the same pie. And they're like, oh, that fucking pie right there, you can tell that was made by some good people.
Huh.
You're like, really? And they're like, yeah, only a real motherfucker can make pie like that.
Oh.
And you're like, it's the same pie. They're like, nah, it's not.
Nah, it's not. You ever been to, what is it? Is it Coney Island? That's in New York.
I don't.
What's it, Jersey Shore or whatever?
I've been to Jersey Shore.
What is that?
The boardwalk.
Like, it's just a boardwalk?
Bro, it's like it's exactly what you think like a boardwalk at a beach is. It's got the t-shirt stands with the spray, the airbrush t-shirts.
Yeah.
It's got the games. It's got the fries.
It's normal.
It's state fair at the beach.
Special. Don't they have like a carnival? I mean, like a Ferris wheel?
Yeah, it's the state fair at the beach.
Huh.
It's the state fair along the beach.
Yeah. Do they have the slingshot thing?
Yeah,
you know
I'm pretty sure they do. We didn't do that, but
break.
Yeah.
You seen those break?
Yeah, those break, but they also do have some pretty good footage of like people on there like blacking out like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When they wake up, black back out.
And they also have good videos too of like chicks being like shot up into space and then. I like those the best. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, I feel like, damn.
Like the puke and projectile and the ones that break, they're all right. The tits ones, they're nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that you'd love that.
They're pretty sick. It's like.
Can't beat it.
I'm all about it. We're here today, dude. Call that number. Leave us something. Hey, we may call you. Don't be afraid. We looked up casinos nearby. Nothing. They had like those gaming rooms that had the skill games. Trash. I'll never put $1 in those things. Never. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The skill games?
It's like a whole like little lotto, like little...
You ever been like in a gas station and they have those slot machines? Those are skill games.
Okay.
They can't be called technically like slot machines because they're under a different type of like... They're regulated differently.
So they're skill games. So
what's games
what's the scam?
Because the scam is you can actually be skillful enough to win in it. Like...
Pretty good.
It's a skill game. Like you can figure... I've never played them because they are a scam.
But you can figure out how to do it.
And they're not regulated by any agency. Like all the slot machines and casinos are regulated by the state.
It sounds like the game in like Dave and Buster's with a light that goes around the ring and you
hit the button
and you got to try to stop it.
It's always one bulb before or after the major prize bulb.
It's never. It has to happen like 150 times before it lets you hit the light.
That's those skill games.
It's like scammed up.
Dude, I'll be delivering to gas stations and you'll go in at like 10:30 in the morning on a Wednesday to a Valero in the middle of nowhere.
And you see the same people in there? See the same people in there?
I don't know about the same people. I'm not there that often, but you'll see someone in there.
They don't have the internet? They don't have online gambling?
I don't think that goes. I don't think some people get that, like, know that exists.
You think that
they would rather just
in
drive
today's
to Valero,
world,
put $20 in a machine and hit the button.
People know the internet exists, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that everyone takes full, like,
they don't ever think, like, I wonder if this was something. You know how, like, you want to brush your teeth? Well, you can brush your teeth on the internet now.
Yeah, like they have a toothbrush simulator.
Yeah, virtual.
You can start your own pressure washing company on the internet and, like, just pressure wash, like, virtual decks and houses.
I don't see why not. They have the pressure washer game.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's a video game of pressure washing.
Pressure washer simulator.
There's a video game of you walking around as a goose.
Yeah, but do you want to...
You're just like a cat.
I'm not
hanging out in the street.
I'm not into that.
I mean, I've never really got into that either, but...
I mean, dude, remember Farmville?
I never got into that.
No, but remember it? That was my question was, do you remember it? Not did you get into it?
Remember?
Do you remember Farmville?
I do remember Farmville. The answer is yes.
Facebook was like really, really, really popular at the time, and everyone was like, "You gotta play Farmville."
You don't just like suck it on your tongue, man. You place it delicately.
Yeah, it goes in your fucking.
You can't like throw it up like a piece of popcorn, catch it, and then throw it in.
Sure, you could.
You should probably start doing that. That'd be way cooler.
I like to put it like
delicately.
Yeah, but I also like to pull the lip out and stuff it deep down in there so it burns more.
Yeah, but you can't just stuff it down with your tongue eventually. You just don't want to taste it. It's high power.
I don't really want it on my tongue. When you swallow that like powder, it's a little weird. But then I swallow it the whole time, so I don't know what I'm talking about really. I don't know. But no, I'm not a virtual online simulator game guy. Like, doesn't do it for me.
I mean, can you imagine, instead of sitting here and doing this every week, you just come over and we plug into like some virtual VR and stand there and play pool online?
No, that would be cool. I'm talking about like people on their phone doing it.
Oh, like I have to take care of my cabbages
I'm playing
because
my Power
it's
Wash
raining.
simulator right now.
Right. It's raining in my cabbage world, and so I have to save
Dude,
my
if me and
cabbages.
you could put headsets on and be in a pool, like a pool hall playing pool, I would totally do that.
I mean, wouldn't it be cool?
Sounds tight.
Right, and it's like a server, so you go in, it's like a public pool hall.
It's two dudes in a room and it stinks and we're just like...
No, dude. For real, like, dude, if you get me and a bunch of fucking friends together with headsets, I will 100% put out an hour of my day, meet up with the boys, online virtual pool hall. You meet up too, you're like walking around in there or whatever, you're like, you see people that you met in the server, because it's like in public, you know, you're like, oh, you go to this server? Mm-hmm. You're like, yeah, I'm on the East Coast. You're like, me too. Just like when you go to a city and you're like, hey, where do you live? North side? I live on the south side.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's definitely going to be the future.
Isn't that crazy?
I think like public, like social setting interactions are probably like on their way out. It's still going to be popular probably in some places.
I mean, I'm at the point where I can imagine a room, right? This room.
Yeah.
Like you've seen what is it, like X-Men when they have like the training simulator that like you're just in a room but it looks like you can see out in the distance and there's fire going off and like all that crazy stuff. Like I can imagine that like Ready Player One style or whatever, like a room.
100%.
And like, dude, like all five senses, like smell, like water, you know, you drop and there's like a little piece of
what's
water
the VR
falling
headset?
from
What's it called? The
Oculus?
Yeah, isn't that pretty much like that now almost?
Yeah, without like the other senses.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you can get on the Oculus, I believe, and like be in a poker room, like at a table, and it looks like you're like sitting there and like looking around, like your buddies are all there and you're playing poker.
Yeah, but what if it was like like you had some like tech in your room that could like put out some scents? Like, you know, Disney World, they have smells.
You could just light a cigarette in an ashtray and just let it burn in your fucking
but that's what the poor person does. So, you know, we have technology. We don't even need to inhale the real cigarette smoke and get cancer. Why would we do that when we can have fake cigarette smell? Make it really feel like we're at the bar?
I feel like the fake cigarette smell probably gives you more cancer than the real cigarette smell, honestly.
100%.
They're like, dude, you got the fake cigarette smell? It sprays crazy every 30 seconds, and it's like, what's that made out of? I'd rather just have the smoke.
Sounds like you're talking about vaping.
Oh, that's why I don't vape. That shit I think's worse than cigarettes. I think cigarettes are bad, don't get me wrong. I definitely believe that, obviously. But I think the vaping in 20 years is going to be like...
Well, that's why I can't put it in my mouth anymore, because my gums are toasted.
Yeah, I think I'd rather toast my lip.
It hurts.
I like it. I like that searing like pain in the lip. Yeah,
but if you do it a lot...
I don't do it that much.
Right, but if you do it a lot...
Yeah.
It's like... Then you have to like rotate where you're at. And then
it's like 2 or 3 of these a day, 4 of these a day. It's not a lot.
5 of these, maybe 6 or 7, maybe like 8 or 9.
8 or 9. But this literally just tastes like a lifesaver in your mouth. It doesn't taste like tobacco.
But then it gives you a buzz.
It's like smoking a cigarette.
Like you get a little head buzz, yeah.
Yeah. It's perfect. There's no smell. It tastes delicious, and I spit it out.
So what is that? The nicotine?
I don't know. It's nicotine. Yeah, it's not tobacco.
Right.
It is white powder that has
nicotine in
it.
So it's like that stuff that makes you even like smoking tobacco. Mm-hmm. We'll just take that out of it.
Yeah. Take the tobacco out.
And get you hooked on this product that we made with a piece of paper.
But if you already like cigarettes like that, you don't like cigarettes for the tobacco. You like cigarettes for the nicotine.
See, but that's the thing too, though. As now,
that was just the easiest way to get nicotine.
Right, but there's a point also probably where someone would appreciate like the tobacco, like smoking
I love
the cigarette.
The taste of a cigarette, not like smoking a cigarette. The actual like physical like action of smoking a cigarette's awesome.
It's smoking,
but it's disgusting. It stinks. I mean, after in the moment you're like, oh, this is sick, but then afterward you're like, oh, my hands stink. My fucking clothes smell. My hair smells.
You don't realize how much you stink.
My teeth are getting yellow.
It's bad for you.
My tongue's weird. You know what I mean? It's nasty. So this is just literally like putting a piece of gum in your lip, but you get the head buzz from a cigarette. And then afterwards, you just take it out in 10 minutes and just throw it away.
It's like the dudes who be like putting the nick patches on their ass, or some people have like 6 or 7 patches on their ass.
That's wild because you're not getting anything out of that except for the nicotine itself.
You're just like, oh my God.
I kind of like this because it's like refreshing. I feel like it makes my mouth like feel like it's like, oh, wow.
Probably got some flavor.
It's a mint. It's a mint that I'm like...
The strawberry mojito kind.
Just cross-eyed mint. That's what it is.
It gets
It's
you a
a
little
straight-up
cross-eyed.
cross-eyed mint.
It does get you cross-eyed.
Oh, yeah. When that... Like, you don't feel it, and then all of a sudden you're like... In your legs. You know what I'm talking about? You're like you're coming up on something.
I remember being 12 years old, man. It was a good time.
I like it. It really is a nice little alternative. But I will still.
I got away
smoke a
from all
cigar.
tobacco products because of my religion.
What's your religion?
First rule of my religion is not to talk about my religion. So
What's the
I'll be able to
second
do
rule?
that. I'm not even allowed to talk about it. So I'm allowed to give you one rule, and it's just that I'm not allowed to talk about it. That's all I can say.
His name is Logan Paulson. Robert Paulson. What was that? That was Robert Paulson, right? Wasn't it?
Logan Paulson and Robert Paulson, they're brothers.
His
They play in
name
the
is
NFL.
Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson from Fight Club.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
We used to say that all the time.
One of the Paulson brothers.
Can I smoke a cigar at the wedding?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you said your religion like prohibits you from like tobacco
I
use,
can
so
be
I just
around
wanted
it.
to make sure that it wasn't going to offend you.
I can be around. I go to.
I didn't want to have
hookah
fish
store.
come to the table and you freak out.
No.
Whoa, 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 dude! Holy
If you have a
shit!
fish come to the table, make sure there's no eyes. No eyes.
Oh, there won't be any eyes. We're not Greek.
I mean, no eyes, and it's cool. It's just a religion thing.
Dude, I love toaster strudels. What was your favorite toaster strudel growing up? All right, how about this? Were you a toaster strudel man or a Pop-Tart man?
Both.
All right, well, all right. So toaster strudel,
The wild berry.
yes. You just doing one icing?
I mean, yeah, because you want to have enough icing.
Oh man, I would get.
You're the kid that had leftover strudels with no icing.
Yeah, but I would get like 2 or 3 like heavy on the icing and just leave the other 3 in the box for the next gen to come along and get no icing.
You're just rude to the strudel people.
Yeah, that icing was amazing.
Yeah, dude, that's why you can only take one. You learn how to make it. Just like you ration it out, dude.
Mm-mm.
Talk about having it rough growing up, man. We had to ration our icing.
Oh man,
We couldn't just double or triple on top of
Oh.
one. Were you crazy?
no, I was living my life, dude. I'm like, yo, I'm putting 2 icings on this toaster strudel.
Yeah, look where
And I
you're
know
at now.
that there's going to be, I'm sitting right here with you, aren't I? The
Look
guy
where you're
that
at now.
conserved his icing.
Yeah, I learned a lot more from conserving my icing than you did from splurging.
It looks like you splurged on the icing and I didn't. We just picked you up from under that bridge when you get off the exit.
Just because my lifestyle, my hair choices.
If someone had to take a guess who splurged on the icing, I bet they guessed
Is it just
you.
because I don't shave?
No, it's because
Is it just
you look
because
like
I've never
you
cut
eat
my
a-
hair
It looks like
before?
you eat a lot of icing.
I don't eat that much
You
icing.
got some on your beard.
I
You
don't
were
eat
eating
that
one when
much
I came
icing.
over here. What's the flavor of Pop-Tart to go to?
Brown sugar cinnamon.
100%. 100%. What's the worst Pop-Tart?
The like old school with no icing on it, like
Yeah, but-
the strawberry pastry is like, where's the icing on top? You had the strawberry like regular Pop-Tart with the icing on
the
top.
ones that had no icing were for like
old people.
Amish people or like
Old people.
kids that got homeschooled.
Why would you? Why?
Why would you get that without icing? That's like getting a cake with no icing. It's just the cake.
It's just a baked cake, and then they bake it and they give it to you.
Dude, for Kaylee's next birthday, she's going to get a cake with no icing. That's pretty funny.
It's just baked up. It's just bread. He's like,
What
here's
if you
some
went to a
bread.
bakery and you're like, hey, I want to get a birthday cake? And it's like, all right.
No icing. What kind of icing?
What kind of cake? You're like, yellow. And like, okay. Icing? No icing. They're like, excuse me? You're like, no icing, just the yellow cake. Any writing on it? You're like, no. You think they charge you the full price? That's what we got to do.
You should ask.
Let's call a bakery and try to get a cake with no icing.
Write it down.
But for half off.
Write it down.
Okay. I'll do it after the show.
You're gonna forget.
But then I can just listen to this episode next week and remember. It's documented. Sometimes I go back and I'm like, damn, we did say we were going to do that and we never did it.
That's why you gotta double check sometimes. Like, let me go back and listen to that episode. What
But like,
were we talking
hey,
about?
send in your suggestions. We'll get to them. But we never got any.
You better watch out. We're gonna crank call you.
We have 1 subscriber per video. It will only take us how many years to get like 100 subscribers?
100 years. By my math.
I wasn't too good on the maths. What'd you get on your SAT?
Like 1,100, 1,200, something like that.
That's my boy. That's my boy. He wasn't on a waiting list for VCU. He got right in.
Like 1,100.
Hell yeah. Who'd you pay to take it for you?
I took it myself.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure.
1 time or 2 times?
I took a practice one when I was younger.
SAT.
Yeah, killed it. Killed it. I was like not worried about that. Stupid test. I think I went in after a night of drinking and took mine.
Yeah.
Like an idiot and still did that. So you can imagine.
Damn.
I wonder if I'm about to go take an SAT like in a couple months, like practice that shit out again.
Do you I think I would do worse.
I mean, but it's like now, like thinking about it, they have like a whole thing you can study, right?
There's like you can take a course on the SAT.
Just practice taking a test.
Yes.
Here's all the stuff everything we're gonna throw at you. Here it is.
Yeah, but don't you think like now it'd be a little bit harder because there's so much shit that we don't like do anymore and like on a routine basis, like algebra and all that shit.
Yeah, but if you sat down and practiced to take the test, you could do it. You could do it.
Yeah, your laundry's
Maybe
not even done. You think
couldn't.
you're practicing SATs?
My laundry's done, man. You don't call me out for that. My
It's a blanket
done.
on 4 chairs in the living room. Stop.
It's drying, okay? It's a big, huge
Been there
quilt.
for 6 days. Oh, boy.
I have a friend who says you can check the character of a person by when you go into their home. Check their baseboards. Look around on their baseboards.
I can't see yours. There's too much shit in here.
That's why I keep it that way.
Because you're hiding something.
You're hiding just dirty baseboards. Someone that you can take your finger along their baseboard like that, you're like, You might want to.
Yeah, next time you come to our house, you won't go get on your knees and
I will. I'll take a white glove.
You know what you'll see?
And I'll have a plastic bag, and I'll say,
You know what you'll see?
what?
Probably like peas and carrots, macaroni and cheese,
Disgusting.
little dog hair.
Like, we keep that there for them when they're hungry. They snack on the baseboards. It's like a feeding trough for the dogs and the babies.
Yeah, actually, no. I think our baseboards are like really clean. Ollie cleans it up.
You know how people like, you like take like a, what's it called? The putty knife or whatever. You like putty, you know, spackle or whatever. You just take like green bean puree or like sweet potato baby food, and you just putty that baseboard in the bottom, nice little like flat, so that when anybody's hungry, dog, baby.
It's a good way to control how much they eat because they really got to work around that edge.
Yeah, plus you keep them on the edge so they don't like get in front of you when you're walking.
Yeah. I never have my kids stand up all the way.
Yeah, they're not allowed.
They're not the alphas.
They're not allowed.
You have to crawl.
They hunch.
You have to crawl either knees or army. One or the other. You do not walk around this house. Not at all.
Wow.
I'm waiting for one of them to jump into the pond.
You're like the Doberman that never got taken to dog training. Mm-hmm. Just a dog.
Mad disobedient.
Just mad disobedient. Disrespecting his surroundings 100%.
Never lied.
It's not a question.
It's not temporary for no reason. It's for life.
He said, just because I covered it up don't mean it ain't there.
Yeah, dude. Just like my baseboards. They might be covered in dirt, but they're there.
That dirt, you might clean that dirt off before that guest comes over. Because you know they're going to check.
Oh, I don't... Nah, hell no.
Yeah, but when's the last time you did that? You're just wiping off what's true. You're just wiping off your true character.
If you have people come over, you cleaning up the house before they come over?
I do. I tidy up, like, pretty much every time, even for you.
Really?
100%.
Doesn't look like it.
I know. It doesn't always have to look like it, but you're like, dude, I did a lot more than you think.
Guys smell good in here. I will say that.
Yeah?
I never have walked in and been like, oof, it stinks. Definitely smells good. I'll give you the best smelling house.
Nice.
For sure.
Cool.
I've
Keep it fresh.
I've never walked in and smelled like food.
Really?
Or like laundry. No, I feel like it's always...
Like a good fresh
clean.
smell. Nice, that's cool.
I'll say clean. It probably helps that your washer and dryer is right in your kitchen when you walk in.
So it gives you like that.
Yeah, that linen smell, like cotton smell.
I'll tell you what, though. Number one key is keep that window open as much as you can, that fresh air. Mm-hmm. Even though it's dirty outside air, and keep the dirt away, you know.
Dude, it's
still good for you.
AC the neighborhood. Keep it cold out there. Keep it frosty.
I mean, you bump the AC up, especially, you ride the temperature, man. We're not dumb. We have Amelon Alexis here. You know what I'm saying? We're not dumb.
Aunt Melania Lexi's.
We know the temp.
Stupid.
We can correlate.
It's like riding with your windows down in the car with the AC on. That's a great feeling.
It's nice when the temperatures are perfect and they mesh together and it's a perfect middle.
It's like getting the coldest breeze on you, but not being cold.
Because sometimes it's too hot to have the windows down.
Yeah, it's a little too muggy.
You know, but when it's not that hot, almost a little too hot, you bump that AC, you kind of meet that medium. Medium.
Mm-hmm.
MEETIOUM.
Yeah, right now is that weather you can have the windows open and the air on. It feels good.
Right.
Yeah.
I had the thing open all day. It was like 60-something degrees.
Yeah, it was a little chilly out there
that?
today. That's the
Like
window
the wind.
open.
You know what I'm saying?
Need a fart mic.
Ooh.
Dude, we just put one right here.
Just
right in between
directional.
Just
Damn, dude, that was squeezed.
that was a force.
Squeezed and forced against the couch. That
Definitely
thing will be in
hemorrhoids.
there for a year. That couch. It's got those in there.
Oh, this thing's been burnt up. That one too, with all the guests. Oh, you know the guests are letting them out.
Yeah, dude, isn't that funny? Like, if you go to like some place and there's like furniture, and you're like, I feel bad about putting one in here.
Oh, I'm putting one in there.
But you're putting it in.
100%.
You're adding the gas to
100%.
the couch. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. You gotta stand up.
Those cushions are getting soaked with
So
just
many.
hot air.
So many.
You know.
It's almost sad. It's almost like, why would you spend good money on a couch? It's just getting farting on.
Oh, dude, I agree. Dude, spending a lot of money on a couch is a bad investment.
Craigslist couch for days. I've gotten free couches.
I believe that.
I have.
No, I believe that.
And you found like a little pacifier in there, a little baby pacifier.
Well, half, like a
little Hot Wheels toy, a little maybe pieces of cereal.
A little bit of crust from a pizza.
Nothing wrong with it. You just clean it up. There was one corner on this couch though. Something was wrong with that corner.
Which couch? That one out there?
No, none of these couches. An
No,
old
these are all
Craigslist
good
couch.
couches.
Something was wrong with the corner of the couch.
Oh, yeah. Like a little stain?
It wasn't a stain. It wasn't visible, but you could smell it. It was like poo-poo on there.
Oh, that's not good.
You could never get it out. It stayed there forever.
Yeah, I'm not taking a couch home for free if it has a smell to it.
It didn't have a smell to it. I put it, and we kept it in the basement. It was a basement couch. It's not like, but again, I've lived in a house before where there's like 8 couches and we've got them all for free.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
on
that.
one.
You slept on 2 at the same time.
Yeah.
When you put them together like a bed, and you did it for a couple months, man.
It's pretty sick, actually.
It works. If you're ever
If you're ever in a tight spot,
you got 2 couches.
find
You don't
a
even
buddy
need a
that has
bed.
2 couches.
And it's funny because one of the couches was like a little longer.
One was a love seat, one was a couch.
Yeah, so you didn't even have like a whole like nice like. It was like you were
One
playing
was-
Tetris, and you didn't make the best choice.
One was for the body, and one was for the leg that hangs over. Like
Smart.
when you throw that leg over.
Smart.
Yeah, that was the leg couch.
And so, like, if you had like a partner and a short partner, she
She
could
put
probably
on that little guy, yeah.
yeah.
And that's she's getting the small real estate, not the large real estate.
Hey, you get what you pay for. $0.
Yeah.
0 bed.
Couch is rough. Gets destroyed pretty quickly.
Yeah, those couch cushions, they don't do much for you. Can you imagine? I mean, dude, you could probably get like, how much is like a Tempur-Pedic like pad?
Like the one I was sleeping on?
Like $100, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's say you get, and a couch, like a bed's like $1,000.
Yeah.
Like, even a normal bed's like $800.
Thanks, Joe.
Just crazy, yeah. I mean, it's all because of Joe Biden.
Yeah.
The price of bedding is just through the roof.
This guy's eating fucking chocolate chip ice cream, and we're paying $1,000 for couches and beds.
Seriously. We know you have ice cream in your freezer in your hotel room. We know you get it everywhere you go. You don't have to tell us.
Yeah.
That's stuff you keep to yourself. Keep behind locked doors, you know what I'm saying? We know you don't abuse your wife, but that's something you keep behind locked doors. If you are.
Just take it serious, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Eating ice cream on a motherfucking can.
Anyway, I feel like you could save a lot of money if you just get like 2 of those mattresses, put them together. Dude, floor bed. I mean, there was like 4-inch pads.
Yeah, it's pretty
So you get a
thick.
little 8-inch pad, dude. What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
What's
nothing.
wrong with that? Plus, think about people that don't sleep like really like chaotically. They're pretty much just like
Is that you?
Yeah.
See, I'm a
Like a
chaotic.
vampire.
I'm a chaotic sleeper.
No, I'm a vampire sleeper.
I move all the time.
You know what I've gotten into recently over the past couple years?
What?
Arms crossed like this. Live like a vampire.
Like sleeping through the night?
Just like that. Just like that, bro.
I could not sleep next to
Can you imagine?
No.
I can't either.
I would wake
But
up
I do
and be
it.
like, huh, every time.
Right?
I would have like
I rotate. I get on the side every once in a while, but think about someone like that. If you're just like a strict back sleeper, I wonder if you could take a survey sample,
Okay.
and be like, how many people out there, what's the percentage of just like Americans that like the majority of their night they sleep on their back?
I feel like it's pretty low.
You think it's low?
I don't think a lot of people sleep on their back.
I think if you sleep on your back, you're like going to die. I think that's like you're closer to death or something.
I just
like
don't
that.
think you're supposed to sleep on your back. Are you?
I mean, I think so.
I think the proper way to sleep is on your side.
I mean, I sleep on my sides, but there's nothing like a good back, you know?
Not for me, no.
But I mean, you can imagine saving money.
Sleep
don't
on
move
two
at
beds,
night.
Yeah.
You know, you might
When
be
you're in
undead.
a pinch, dude, you can sleep however. Dude, you can sleep in a fucking lazy boy for 6 months if you need to.
See, again, if we're talking about sleep, what I've noticed about myself is if I have something over my eyes, boom, done for. Darkness, done for.
Do you wear an eye mask to bed?
No.
Would you? Have you?
No.
Never?
No.
Oh, wow.
So at night, in the dark, I don't need to. But in the mornings,
That light peeks through and it's
yeah.
a wrap.
I don't have an eye mask. I haven't spent $20 at Target, but I do have a T-shirt that I wear all the time.
Okay.
And so a random T-shirt will go right over the eyes, bro.
Oh, whoa.
Boom. And you're talking about another 2 hours easy.
You're
Easy.
sleeping on your back with your arms crossed with a shirt over your face?
Yes, there's pictures.
Oh, dude, that's a dead body.
There's pictures.
Dude, housekeeping walks in and sees that guy sleeping in a bed, they're running.
100%
They're
pictures.
calling the cops.
I'll show you pictures.
I believe
might
you.
not put it right here if I can't find them. So,
See the
but
camera we have in the bedroom? We have so much video of me sleeping like that. And other footage.
yeah, and
But
this,
I'm just showing
this
you the
camera
footage of
here
me
and
sleeping.
that camera there.
Yeah.
There's 2 cameras per room.
That's why I don't fuck with Airbnbs.
I know.
They're watching you sleep. What's the percentage of Airbnbs that have cameras in them?
Interesting.
I bet you it's higher than you. I bet more Airbnbs have cameras in them than people sleep on their back.
How about this? Would you take a cut on the rate of your Airbnb if there were cameras there? They're like, hey, camera house, half price.
It'd have to be like a.
I mean, it's a baller place.
Yeah,
It's a baller place.
It was like $1,000 a night.
It's $1,000 a night. You get it for $100 a night. You can fit 10 people.
That's not half off. That's 90% off.
I mean, dude, I'm just trying to sell you on having cameras in the Airbnb. That's what I'm trying to sell you on right now.
Yeah, no, I get your sales pitch.
I mean, look, hey, it's okay to have cameras in your Airbnb. That's all I'm trying to say.
I mean, you're hosting people in your house.
What's
you
wrong
want to
with
know
that?
what they're doing.
Yeah.
You want to know what they're doing in the shower. You want to know what they're
It's
doing in the
technically
bathroom.
like a public place, right? It's like a rented public private. It's a weird.
Did you read the fine
gray
print
area.
of the Airbnb when you hit accept all terms?
Yeah.
What I bet you those things have them in, like, I bet you some of them. No one
It's like
reads.
that outside toilet. It's not there for no reason. That's the camera toilet. If
Yeah.
you want to use it, that'll help us out.
Like
we'll
those
get good footage.
Those Apple terms and agreement that you have to hit accept to when you update your phone. No one's reading that.
No.
It's 100 pages long. That Airbnb agreement that you hit
Same thing.
agree. Everyone just reads the check-in times, the door codes, the Wi-Fi password, and no smoking. Right?
Right.
I bet you go a few more lines down. It says outside toilet is camera toilet. 100%. And you're like,
And here's
check,
the link.
check.
You can stream it now.
Where do you think the dark web gets all of its footage from?
Here's
Probably
the link. It's in
Airbnbs
the
with
Airbnb
cameras in it.
listing.
Yeah, 100%.
They're like, we stream it live 24/7.
Should we make a
You
fake
didn't read?
Airbnb post for your apartment and put camera toilet?
I wonder if you get some hits.
Right down the street from Circuit.
Come on, man. Stop talking about where I live.
You can see yours truly at the Circuit playing Guitar Hero and Expert getting booed off the fucking stage.
Talking about my damn address.
Boo! Play another
Giving out my
song.
address.
Play Dragon Force.
Dragon Force on easy.
Still hard.
You can do
It's
it.
only green, yellow, and red. You're like,
It's like not. It's probably harder.
you got to spray spam. No, not spam. Pam. Pam. Are you saying Pam or Pam?
I'm saying both.
Pam with a B? No, Pam. Pam.
Pamba.
Show up to a fucking interview with a tuxedo
Bam.
on.
Bam. Yeah, dude. What if I've said this too? I think we talked about it in a group text with somebody. Like if you showed up, like you know how like in you get someone represent you in court, right?
Okay.
It's like a legal issue. It's like a
Let's go to a lawyer.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
I know the word. I'm just saying you get a representative to kind of speak for you.
Yeah.
You pay them.
I'm here on behalf of Zachary Allen.
You're like, I don't want to say anything wrong. Like, I mean, that's the truth. And so I'm going to trust someone else who I know can
who's
say it
versed
better.
in the proper etiquette of this
right. What's wrong with doing that for a job interview?
Well, I don't know.
What's wrong with doing that for a job interview?
I don't think there's anything wrong. I wonder if it's ever been done.
What's wrong with it? I'm saying if it has, if it hasn't, I don't care if it's been done or not. I'm saying what's wrong with it. Look, this is a serious matter. You know, this position, my career, is serious.
Do you think the person doing the interview would be like, oh, this isn't even going to happen because if you can't represent yourself, then you can't represent our company?
How come they don't say that in a court of law?
Because law is something that the average person's not versed in.
Let's say I'm not versed in having good job interviews.
Then you probably shouldn't be. Then you probably won't be good at this job.
Someone who's worked in their job for 30 years, you think they're good at job interviews?
Probably if they had to take one in the career field they've been in for 30 years, yeah.
You think a person that's been working for the same company, the same job for 30 years is going to be good at doing interviews?
If it's the same position. Like let's say an accountant for 30 years goes in for another account. You don't think if I was an accountant for 30 years and then I went to get another job for another agency as an accountant.
I mean, yeah, I can tell you all about being an accountant. What's wrong with that?
But that's what I'm saying. You would know what you're talking about.
But what if I'm socially awkward? What if I do my work, but I'm not good at having especially in an interview setting, like I'm being like beamed with questions. They're coming at me with stuff like, what are you thinking about in 5 years? Like, dude, I don't really plan. Like, I mean, I've got a couple things in 5 years. What are you talking about? Like,
that's what you would say on the interview then.
Yeah, but then they're like, what are you talking?
You're like, oh, well, then you don't seem like a good fit.
I'm like, what did you want me to type this in the chat GBT and give you up? What, like, that's what my lawyer's going to do.
At least the effort.
That's my representative.
At least the effort would have been there.
It's the same. Except my effort would come from money from paying someone else. So,
I know. I think it would be.
What I'm saying?
I don't think there would be anything wrong with it. I just think it would be kind of like you can't talk, you can't speak for yourself. So
no, I can.
So then do it.
What, do you think you can make me do something like that?
If you want this job, yeah, then you need to do it.
Well, this is not the job for me then.
All right. Well, have a nice day. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for your representative, John, for coming as well.
Thank you for your time.
I don't think it would fly. I don't think so.
But I mean,
I just think it's like
you think someone coming. I mean, and dude, think about a low level job too. I'm a hood rat. You know, I'm 17, but I'm smoking cigarettes already, and I'm just trying to flip the burgers.
You think that guy has a representative?
No, I'm saying though, like, what if that person did have a representative? What if that person off the street was just like sitting there right next to their representative? Hey, how you doing?
They're like, listen, may not be that well spoken, but I'll tell you what.
He's a hard worker.
There will be no dirty grease trap in this restaurant. He's like, fuck with your boy.
They're like,
we said we would talk afterwards once we got the job. Remember, 5% of your pay goes to me if we get this job, so we're trying to get this job. He's like, oh yeah, I'll retract my last statement. You're like, damn, he dropped the retract on him.
It's legit. It's professional.
I'd like to retract my last statement.
It's professional. That's all I'm saying.
I would like to take back what I just said. My client would like to take back his last statement and replace that with, I would love the opportunity to work here. Yeah, but dude, that would be, I think it would be funny to go to a really not like a job that doesn't require like a lot of qualifications or anything,
but like be like way too serious.
But go
about
in with a representative and be super serious about it.
But still, too, like there's a degree of that interview process is bullshit. That's the kind of point that I'm getting at. Same thing when you're writing an academic paper. It's a degree of bullshit.
An
right?
interview is
everybody knows
an interview is a way to put a name with a face, like so you know that this person's not going to show up and be like, Gang, baby.
That's why I got headshots taken.
You know what I'm saying?
From the company out in LA.
So when you show up to an interview and you have like your
done.
shirt tucked in, you're like, oh, hi, my name's Daryl. I'm here to apply for the sales position. And then they talk for like 20 minutes and it's just bullshit. Regurgitated. No, so like, if you were an animal, what would you compare yourself to your coworkers? And that person's like, "Oh, I'm an eagle because I soar above my coworkers." They're like,
"My motto is teamwork, teamwork, teamwork."
Hey, there's no I in team.
You know what I'm saying?
Teamwork makes the dream work. Am I right, Johnny?
They're like, he said exactly what we wanted to hear.
Like, wow, this is everything we've ever wanted to hear.
If you look up things to say in an interview,
I bet
he said 10 of them.
I bet you like 60% of jobs just want to hear like a few of those lines, and they're like, "You're hired." Which is why I think having a representative would be terrible because it's so easy to get a job. It's not hard. Now, if you're going for like a really, like a nuclear engineering position, I think you can very quickly be like, no, bro.
Look, well, here's the thing too, like when you get to the nitty gritty, what if I just had a representative for me like 24/7 and they just were with me, they represented me?
I would wonder why you have the money for that, not the money for a 6 studio floors.
No, but I'm like, it's when I go to the grocery store, I have a little bit of social awkwardness, so I have a representative come with me to the store.
They're like cash or credit.
If anybody bumps into me and they're like, sorry, I just like look like this, and he's like, he's sorry also.
My client would like to say he apologizes for his shopping cart running into yours.
And I'm like,
and they're like, okay.
Yeah, and I'm like looking at the, I can't reach the sriracha at the top, and he's like, excuse me, my client would like to know if you could help him get the sriracha.
My client would like to know, what is your favorite flavor of Dorito?
And she's like, well, I honestly prefer the sweet chili.
If I'm gonna go out on a limb, the sweet chili is not bad, but I'm a nacho cheese girl. Right?
Then he's like, what was that? He's like, my client has really enjoyed this conversation, and you'd like to know if you'd like to get dinner after this.
Wondering if you would like to go with him to do the 2 for $25 entree at Applebee's, and you can split the dessert.
Either this weekend for 12 or next weekend for 17.
I like it.
You know?
Yeah. Representative for life. Isn't that called a personal assistant?
Yeah, but even to a point where they like represent you in like whole interaction.
They're like, Zach doesn't like Dasani, he likes Fiji.
And I just stand there like, you just always acknowledge. That's right.
I'm like, oh, we'll be right back with that, Mr. Allen.
You don't have to say anything.
Apologize. No, you're like,
you don't have to speak ever. It's kind of badass.
It is. I like it. I think personal assistant, dude, is pretty sick.
I mean, but dude, and then think about that person.
Then you go to your family dinners and they talk for you at the family dinners because you never get that right either.
Dude, but what if they talk to you like real? Like it's like, hey, and then they just become you. And they're at the family dinners, they're like, Representative Steven, is your representative coming? Are you bringing Steven again?
Yeah.
He's always such a hoot at Thanksgiving. Every single year. And I'm like,
instead of your family getting one of you, then have 2 of you. You're like, yo, pass the bitch ass gravy, motherfucker.
or they're like, no, I had to, Steven, he took another opportunity with another client, so I've got somebody else.
Steven is no longer with us. It is
like,
now
really?
Tyler. Tyler's like, hey, everybody, going forward, I'll now be speaking for Zach. He will now stop speaking. So any questions that will be directed to him will go through me, and then the answer will come through me as well.
And then your family's like, he's been doing this with Steven for 6 years already. We already don't like you.
Yeah.
Tyler, we already hate you.
Yeah. We don't think you're right for our son.
You're not the right representative.
It's like, oh, sorry to hear that. Dad, are you going to be able to transfer that money to my account for those new tires for my car?
He said, Tyler, if you don't get that shit out of my face.
Like, Tyler, you tell that motherfucker I'm done.
I'm done.
And he looks and he goes, Terry said that he's fucking done. No more.
He said, you wrecked the Dodge Durango 2 years ago, and I'll never forget it.
Jesus Christ. You need a shirt that has UltraWisdom on it, and on the back just says representative.
Dude, we'll have to get some merch for real. We'll get some merch. When we do, we'll make sure there's some links and stuff for real.
I think merch will be tight. Start off with 1,000 shirts.
Start from 1 million shirts.
If you call in and leave a voicemail, we'll give you a shirt.
I mean, that's probably not true.
But you have to leave your address.
We'll have to check with our representatives for that one.
You have to leave your address.
Ooh, that's sketchy, too.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Do you want us to have your address?
Do you want a free t-shirt?
Do you want us to deliver 16 pizzas to your residence? Do you want a free t-shirt? I mean,
It's like, hey, I have an order here for Nick. 16 Supreme pizzas. And I was like, I didn't order any pizzas.
so you're going to have to
It's
pay
like, well,
for
sorry,
it.
man. You got to pay for it because this is the address. They like give their card just to get the guy to go the fuck away. But then before he leaves, he gives him an UltraWisdom shirt.
He works for us.
He's like, I'm their representative.
And then we show up with the cameras. We're like, this is a prank. How are you going to enjoy your 16 free pizzas?
And they're like, fuck that show. I'm unsubscribing.
Dude, my grandma kicked me out after I got those pizzas because she didn't have anywhere to keep her.
You guys overdrafted
cheese.
my account. I had to pay a $40 fee.
And that just ruined me.
Hey, not cool.
It ruined me.
Ruined me. That's all I had.
You think I can afford this broccoli? I can't. I cannot. I had to beg for this $2.76. I begged for it at the corner of the Circle K.
This is all the money I had.
All I can afford is just broccoli.
And you guys, just trying to get another laugh on your show, sent all these pizzas to my place and caused me to go bankrupt. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I really don't. So I'm unsubscribing and I'm killing myself. Well, tune in next week for another episode of Ultra Wisdom. Fortunately, our subscribers went from 38 to 37.
Yikes.
Not good.
Not cool, dude.
Not good.
Not cool.
Ooh.
Yikes.
You know what Thursday is?
What's Thursday?
NFL draft, baby.
Oh, wow. Already again.
Yeah, it comes up quick. It sneaks
Hopefully
up
the
on you.
season won't suck this year. I mean,
I
come
had
on.
a great season.
Come on. Everybody who is in the fantasy football playoffs
Yeah.
knows that just because DeMar Hamlin dies on the field.
Something happened. I can't hear you or myself. I'm not even joking.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not. Can you hear me?
No. Give yourself a little wiggle.
I mean, I didn't touch anything or do anything. Hello? Oh, there it is. Whatever that was.
I said give it a little wiggle, man.
I did. I wiggled it.
Hey, man.
You got all this money for a fucking representative,
This is-
and we have wiggle cords over here?
Dude, I mean,
God damn.
do you see a representative sitting next to me?
Yeah, he's right there.
Ain't no representative here. Representative came through the door. I was like,
Dude,
dude.
literally just opened the door.
Did you
what
ask?
What if she opened the door and it was just you sitting here talking to yourself in two different voices? Whoa.
Weird.
Split. Miss Patricia doesn't want any more eggs.
I was like, I told you not to bother me during the podcast.
Hey, go to the room.
Yeah, they're like, dude, we saw you having, dude, that's crazy. You're just AI. You're just my AI.
See, Snapchat's got AI now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't even talk about anything ass related, apparently.
I
That's
hit
what
it
I've
with
heard.
some shit the other day and it was not doing it. I said, what should I talk about on my podcast?
And what did it say?
It said, that's interesting. What is your podcast about?
Did you say wisdom?
I said, sausage.
That's not what we talk about.
And it said, oh, that's interesting. What's your favorite kind of sausage? And I said, trouser. And it said, I don't understand. Please explain to me.
And you said, well, when a sausage is born.
So when you eat trouser sausage, it's really good. It's really hearty. Some are small, some are large. But that's what the show is primarily about. That's it. That's interesting.
And it didn't.
Thanks for sharing.
You're like, yeah.
I was like, oh, thanks for like being the worst conversation I've ever had in my life. I gave you trouser sausage and you gave me thanks for sharing. I asked it like on like sports betting stuff and it still was. I was like, who's going to win the Bears? Who's going to win like the Cubs Phillies game? I was like, I'm not sure, but that sounds interesting. It's like every answer is that unless you're like, you know what the AIs are? They're just search engines. If you're like, hey, can you tell me the weather in Sacramento? It's like, oh, it's 76 and sunny. Doesn't that sound like a fun time?
What if you start snapping the AI bot, though, and it's like a person?
I don't
It's
know
like
if
an
you
AI
can
person.
Oh, I sent it like emojis and it sends them back.
Can you say, send me a picture of your face? I want to see your
only,
face.
like, seriously use it for like a minute. And
say, I want to see your face. Send me a picture of your face.
It's AI butt spread. It's just fucking AI hole. And it's like, share that in your fucking podcast. That was a self-generated bleep because I was about to say some dark shit. Dude,
Cool.
Is bleeping yourself a cool move?
Mm-mm.
All right, sick. I gotta leave it to you.
Yeah, leave
So just
it.
leave everything in and
Not
let
to
you
me.
do it?
I don't. It's the producer.
Share that on your podcast.
He said, "Oh, okay, gotcha."
Share that AI hole.
AI hole.
Dude, I wish it talked back and was a sarcastic piece of shit. But it's just, it's so soft.
Then think about this where AI
You ever
is
talk
now.
to your Snapchat AI?
No, I didn't even
I
try.
renamed mine.
Dude, think about if...
You can customize it too and like dress it
Now,
up
everybody's
how you
coming
want.
out with their AI stuff, dude. What if we came out with the Raunchbot? The Raunchbot 6000, dude. And I'm talking raunchy.
Does it jerk you?
I'm talking about dirty.
I tried to name my AI bot in Snapchat because you can rename them and like dress them up as their avatar.
Okay.
And I named him Jizz.
Okay.
But I accidentally put up. There's the camera. Are we back? Is this where you're gonna pick up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, we're having technical difficulties.
The battery thing is kind of frustrating because you're in a flow and then it stops and you're like,
Yeah. Things get old, man. Things get old. You have to upgrade.
how do you tilt this down? Fart Mike.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
They're a flying a ball. This is what they're going to get. Oh, they're about to bleep some stuff. Holy shit. I'll save that for another time because that's a wild story. It was not a Days Inn. It was a Motel 6.
I don't want to hear about your Motel 6 story, man. We've all smoked crack rock before.
I smoked pills off oil like Hunter.
Hunter Biden, dude.
Boy filmed everything. That's crazy. Can you imagine fucking hookers and smoking crack and your dad's like potentially going to be the prez?
He is. He's the
But
president.
I think at the time
like,
he wasn't. I don't know if he was or wasn't, but I'm just saying.
He had some
like,
baby with some like Washington State prostitute, didn't he?
Huh?
Hunter Biden. He was like his like girl was some like prostitute.
I get. I've never like
They had a
dove
lot of
deep
good
into it. But I'm
times.
just like, man, like, I guess maybe if you come from that much money and have that much like freedom, you probably really end up going into some crazy shit like that. I don't know.
You're like, why would I care about
Me
my
and
teeth?
you were never going to be in a hotel smoking crack, filming in a laptop, fucking hookers. Never.
Right, like when
But like we should be those guys. But it's the president's son that's that guy. Isn't that ironic?
yeah, just like a normal ass guy. It's like a pretty
Like,
normal
shouldn't
guy.
two normal ass dudes be in a hotel fucking hookers and smoking crack? And
That's
you'd be
what-
like,
that's what people
like,
would want you to think, I guess,
If
yeah.
it was me and you doing that, I feel like people would be like, "Oh, okay."
You're like,
It's kind of expected.
they're just two normal
They're
guys.
just two
that
dudes
happens.
that just take their paychecks and blowing on women and drugs. Okay,
normal.
we see it we see it every weekend at Hooters.
But Hunter Biden.
But it's the president's son.
And then he just like literally,
And then
he just got
every-
new teeth. He smoked too much meth, got new teeth, and then his dad was like, "Yo, I'll be your representative for your job interview for this Ukraine company."
Forgets all the questions.
He's like, "Don't worry about it."
Can you repeat the
my
question?
boy Hunter, we were talking about ice cream.
That's silly.
Come on, man.
The time the rabbit in the when you chase the white rabbit down, and it's
You know
been
what
a
I'm
nice
saying.
day out here.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, it's just wild that like some of the most prestigious families in our country that represent it or have like the most degen fucking relatives.
Think about it's like a product of their environment. Think about that's.
But you're a bad person if you don't bank your car payment.
They're like, your credit fell under 600.
Like, sir, unfortunately,
That's going down.
you weren't approved for the loan because you have serious delinquency, and you still have a medical bill that's in collections. You're like, damn.
They're like, what are you, some kind of
Just trying to get like a mini.
pathetic
No,
leech?
I'm a hard worker. I'm just trying to get a minivan for my family so we can take the kids to soccer. But I'll try again in another year. Maybe it'll be better.
You know
But
what?
then you're making like 100 milli off of like foreign fuel fucking hookers in a hotel room filming it on a laptop. Tough life.
That's our country's president's son.
That's what I'm saying. And I mean, dude, by all means, everyone makes mistakes and fucks up. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad dude. I don't know him. Honestly, I think it'd be a
But
fucking
then don't
hell
front.
of a time to
Right?
hang out with
Just
him.
go be an electrician.
Yeah, just be
somewhere.
like, yo,
just be an electrician.
Not even that. Just be like, yo, he fucked up. He was having a good time. Kind of got lost in the sauce. And now he's better. I'd be like, all right, I respect it.
Right, and now he
Who hasn't had a dark moment
and now
in
he
his life?
works. He's a manager of the J.C. Penney's.
Yeah, that's
You know?
fine. Guess
Nothing
what?
wrong with that.
Hunter, see you at TGI Fridays after the war shift. We'll get fucking happy hour beers.
Nothing wrong with that. Be
Hell
a normal
no.
guy,
But
right?
don't hide it and pay the press off to like not release shit.
Get some.
Be real.
Dude, you
That
know
would be
he's
my
wearing.
campaign slogan. Be real.
Do you know his dad's hand-me-down suits? He's wearing them.
Trump, listen.
Be real.
Be real. That dog's real. Do you see him at UFC
I did.
with Mike Tyson and fucking Kid Rock?
I did.
Dream blunt rotation.
Did you see? Dude,
Tyson.
you smoking a blunt
Trump,
with Donald
and
Trump,
Kitty?
Snoop Doggy.
No, Donald Trump, Mike Tyson, and Kid Rock.
Oh, sorry. I thought Snoop was there.
Damn, it was
dude.
Mike Tyson, Donald Trump, and Kid Rock sitting with Dana White.
Mike Tyson said he spent like $20,000 a month on marijuana or something like that.
But he has his own
Something
marijuana
crazy.
company.
Something crazy.
Yeah.
Something crazy like that.
Yeah, but
But yeah, can you imagine? I just want to like. I don't even have to be in the rotation. I just want to stand around.
Oh, I want to be in
listen
the
to him.
rotation, be faced. Just like,
There's so many, dude.
I think I get so high, like, yo, Mike, hit me.
Dude, punch me.
Like Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover, just wake up the next day to a tiger in the fucking bathroom.
That's crazy.
I'd be gone, dude.
Did you see Donald Trump on Nelk Boys? He did like a second interview.
An interview with him, yeah.
I guess it's still on YouTube. I don't know. The first one got taken down.
I think the Nelk Boys are off YouTube, right?
Oh, they're on there.
Oh, I thought they got removed.
No,
Maybe
they
for a
just started
minute.
they have the Happy Dad Seltzer. Shout out Nelk Boys. And they just got the new flavor grape, Death Row Records grape.
Is the Happy Dad beer?
Yeah, Snoop Dogg and
know
Nelk
the
Boys.
Happy
They
Dads
partnered
was
together,
them.
yeah. They just got a new...
Because I follow some account that's like about this like guy doing these like Happy Dad advertisements, and I thought it was like a bit. I didn't know it was like a real beer.
No, it's theirs. It's like, because they're like partiers.
I've never watched one Nelk Boy video.
Well, that's like, they like did pranks and stuff, but they were like the partiers, drinkers, partiers.
Gotcha.
That was their scene.
Gotcha.
Like they,
Like Barstool Boys.
yeah, but like pranksters. They're
Yeah.
from Canada. They went to the one that I'm thinking of. They went to a winery and just got turned up.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like how you technically could get, but like everybody tries to keep it together.
Wine's like supposed to be like a sophisticated.
Oh no,
evening.
they weren't trying to keep it together. They were like,
Yeah, they were
go,
trying
go, go, chug.
Drinking
And
out
they were
like
like,
the
guys,
aerator.
y'all. They were like, dude, we bought this case. What do you mean we're allowed to? We bought it. They're like, you guys got to like simmer down.
Dude, you buy a case of wine in a winery and just start bucking wine.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Ballers.
That's
But
a-
when you have the money and the YouTube money and then
Yeah.
you're doing that crazy stuff, like that's what it was.
that sounds like a fun time though.
Dude, another shout out when they would be like walking around on like campuses, like college campuses. They'd be like during COVID, they were like, hand sanitizer, sir? And they would hand sanitize people. They were like, sure. Like after they would like get something out of they would order something and then they would get their napkins, their condiments, they'd be like, hand sanitizer? They would spray.
Yeah, like everyone at that time was taking hand sanitizer.
Fart spray.
Like, sure.
After the bathrooms, they're like, hand sanitizer, sir? They're like,
No
People are like-
way. Like, yo, my hands smell like shit, man. What the fuck? You're like, I mean, you did just come out of the stall.
dude, I'm hitting the shout out the series right here. It's like 5 shout outs
Give
in
it to
5
him.
minutes.
Give it to me.
Dude, liquid ass.
Is that the spray?
That's the spray. Liquid ass. Look up liquid ass compilation. Ooh. It's like,
Hey, make sure that safe search is off
Dude.
because
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure your Google search is safe search.
you want it on.
Yeah, you want it on.
Dude, you type in liquid ass.
Yeah, you're not
you
gonna
might
get good
some.
stuff.
You might get some wild shit.
Yeah, you're gonna get flagged,
Shout out liquid ass safe search on.
dude. For real. And grandmas be getting in the car and they be like, "Sorry, grandma, my stomach hurt." She'd be like,
Oh, I've seen those
boy,
videos.
oh, you shitted yourself, boy. Oh,
Don't you do
Dude,
that
I
in
gotta
my
get out the
fucking car.
Gotta get out of the car.
Yeah, you gotta go
They're
home with that
they're
stupid
like
shit.
they're-
Always shit in a
Start trying to
motherfucker's
throw
car.
up.
What's wrong with you? Come up in here playing that shit. I don't like when people plays in my car.
They're like, I ain't never smelled nothing like that before,
You
boy.
run,
You got something
you
wrong.
run.
Yeah, you gotta go to the doctor,
That
boy.
plate been too big at the house.
Dude, it's funny.
Jesus.
Funny.
Oh my goodness. Well, bud, ready for the
Yeah.
sponsor this week?
Yeah. Tell me what we got.
Ugh.
You're the
Rogue
marketing app.
Nicotine.
Okay,
That's our
sponsored by
sponsor this
tobacco.
week. That's why it might
Fake
seem like we're a
tobacco.
little on edge.
Is it fake tobacco? Fake.
I think it's just
tobacco?
like fake powder sprayed with nicotine, honestly. But hey, Rogue nicotine pouches, they're the new deal. Not the Zins. That's old. Everyone's on them. It came and went. This is the new boys. I think they're from Jacksonville, Florida. Check them out online at roguenicotinepouches.com. They have 6 flavors: spearmint, lemon, wintergreen, berry, mango, and fruit punch.
You tried them all?
Yeah, they're delicious. My favorite one is the spearmint. It's like having a lifesaver in your mouth. The berry and the mango and the fruit punch and all that, it's a little fruity, but if you're feeling a little exotic for the night, maybe drinking some like sweet cocktails or something, it'd probably pair well with that. But they got 6 different flavors, 4 milligram, 6 milligram, and 8 milligram. Right now they're doing a promotion. Buy 2 cans, get 2 cans free. Use promo code ULTRA at checkout. Go to roguenicotine.com. Check the flavors out. Put 2 cans in your cart. Then go back and select 2 more cans for free. You're getting 4 cans for the price of 2 if you use promo code ULTRA. Go get them. It'll change your experience, your social outing. Not having to smell like cigs, not having to put dip in. Throw one of these bad boys in. Get the head rush without the mess of the smell. RogueNicotine.com, promo code ULTRA. Buy 2 cans, get 2 free. We'll see you next week. Make sure you call us. 804-215-7366.
That's right.
That's the UltraWisdom hotline.
We want to hear your voices.
Again, one more time before we leave. 804-215-7366. Questions, topics, advice, stories. Leave your name.
Everything.
Anonymous. Anything. We'll answer them on the next week's episode. And if you leave your address, we'll send you a shirt. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.
Hey.
UltraWisdom.